1 2 1 2. Love you, Divine Tarot, and you. Oh, happy birthday to my Geminis, blessed Geminis. Happy birthday to our Geminis, sexy Geminis. Oh, happy birthday to all of our lovely and handsome and sexy. Don't ever forget, highly intelligent and quick with the wit, Geminis. Happy birthday is for you and only you, Geminis. My goodness. Geminis, there are only two days you don't have to worry about. Yesterday and tomorrow. Now, why? Because yesterday's history and tomorrow's a mystery. You know today is your day in every way. Bing, 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 bing. Today. Wow. You know, a man once got on his hands and knees and prayed for today. And I think that's you too, Geminis. That's why I say please pay attention to that. Only worry about today. And quite frankly, guess what? If you pray, why worry? If you worry, why pray? Yeah. So the higher realms want you guys to know, Geminis, that you are a massive key component to this whole divine plan on this beautiful divine planet Earth. The higher realm said that word would be no other word than planet. And that's simply for you guys to know that you know that you are planned. The last two letters in that word planet is ET. And that stands for until the end of time, or until the end of Earth's timeline. Yes, indeed. Sorry about that. I had to get some water, you guys. Yeah, so Geminis, that's what that ET stands for. And a lot of you guys need to know that you have been living your life, all your life, the ET way. A lot of you guys have been E, executing low vibe energy, and T, transmuting it into high vibe energy. You guys have been doing a tremendous job is what I hear. It's like you guys some of you guys, maybe you get ready to go in training for fire, or you have something to do with the fire department, because you guys really do put out a lot of fires. My goodness, I'm seeing you guys really put out fires. Yeah. So shout out to my birthday firefighters. Shout out to those who have loved ones that passed away in any of our wars on this day. What a beautiful day. And my deepest condolences to the fallen heroes. And if you guys are family of fallen heroes, my deepest condolences. My father was also in World War II. He was actually blinded for 1 year. And he got his vision back. That was a doozy. I do know that. World War II. Now, a lot of you guys need to know, like I said, you've been living your life the ET way. A lot of you guys had the opportunity to do it while being a wife. Some of you guys are grandmothers. You're doing this all the time. You're living the ET life. And a lot of you guys, it's funny, some of you guys spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially are putting out fires. That's how much you guys do here. And wow. So before I do anything there, you guys, let me let you guys know now. The higher realms want you to know that, wow, great job, Geminis. You guys, this is your soul's mission. Life is your soul's mission. It is not a competition. That's why the higher realms place inside of you something so priceless that is called your intuition. You know, when you begin to trust your intuition, you can also see without sight. People scratch their head when they wonder how the blind man and woman can get around day or night. When you trust your intuition, you can begin to see without sight. The higher realms has that intuition inside of you connected to something so beautiful. It's called your spiritual GPS. That means the gods, your guides, or even God pointing you to your next step of level of origin. And that acronym for STEP is STEP, a solution to every problem. Go figure. So you guys were born fully loaded. And I always say this, it's like almost like a 9mm fully loaded. However, not quite knowing which way to shoot. That's why the higher realms gave you the spiritual root. It's called numbers, signs, and synchronicities. And that's how the higher realms communicate now. No more burning bushes like it used to be the fire department. Everybody be coming out. Yeah, you talking to God? Oh yeah, the house is burning down. You know, to come with us. So the higher realms, it speaks to numbers, signs, and synchronicities. All right. That means your birth date, expiration date, and all the little DNA codes in your body. This number 5 says a lot about you guys here. It says that you guys are multidimensional spiritual beings. Therefore, a lot of you guys signed up to have this human experience. A lot of you guys volunteered to be here in this lifetime. You guys are multidimensional spiritual beings. The number 5 is a multidimensional spiritual number. That's what the higher realms is letting you guys know, that you bring positive change from every dimensional level onto this level. So shall you bring it, you shall receive it as well. A lot of you guys grew up with a lot of change around the family and bottles of change and always having change. A lot of you guys had change on the flow, you know, everywhere you go. You know what I mean? So because that is your birthright number. A lot of you guys changed a lot of dynamics just by stepping in the room. You know, I know you would say probably, oh, a lot of people change things when they were born. No, yours was like a real multidimensional spiritual change that came about when you were born in your family dynamic or in your parents' dynamic. Something like really changed multidimensionally. A lot of you guys probably hear from your family like, oh yeah, and soon as you was born, you probably hear a lot. Matter of fact, just go ahead and look at the world, the date you were born. You know what I'm saying? And they also say that and it's kind of, you know, eerie, but the song, the number one song, the year you were born has a lot to do with your life. The number one song, you know, the year you were born, it has something to do with your life. You solely resonate with that song. And a lot of times it's also the number one movie as well. When you were born, those are the two. And it's deep like that because that's the year you were born. However, yeah, so you guys, that number 5 is stating that you guys are multidimensional spiritual beings that's here, you know, to bring positive change from every dimensional level and receive it. And a lot of you guys need to know that. Okay? Don't be afraid to speak out. Some of you guys, if you are, because that's what you're here for. You're okay, I'm going to give you, okay. Whew, you guys, you remember going to sleep and then waking up, everything changed at your job, somewhere in the neighborhood, something like the whole place did not look the same. The whole world, yeah. Some people say the whole world, yeah. I heard that. Yeah, you went to sleep and you woke up and everything changed. Well, you have a a whole hand and foot in that change since your birth. That's what you were here for, to bring about that change. So as you're born, this is what it is about, change. You guys help change the earth frequency to positive energy. And this number 2, Gemini, says a lot about you guys. It say you guys are prayers. Those who say they don't pray, that's okay, because you're a living prayer. A lot of you guys don't realize that. As you help somebody, as you walk past somebody, as you give birth to family, somebody prayed for that baby, somebody prayed for that grandbaby, somebody prayed for, things of that nature. So you are in the prayer dynamic. So a lot of you guys are living prayers, whether you know it or not. This number 2 says a lot about you guys. It says that the higher realms highly favor you. Why? The higher realms say all you have to do is look in the mirror. You see everything on your body that equate of 2. You got 2 feet. 1, 2. You got 2 legs. 1, 2. You got 2 arms. 1, 2. And you got 2 eyes. And they're both the same size. Go ahead, Geminis. What is going down? Yeah. So you guys have all that going on. So the bottom line is, you are highly favored through that number 2 birthright. That's what the higher realms is saying unto you. Also, the higher realms is saying, as sure as it takes 2 hands to form a prayer, the higher realms said whatever you're praying for is already right there. You ain't going to ask your child to go to the store for something that's not there. Okay? So the higher realms don't play. Don't play. So, and it's so funny how it looks too, because I remember the higher realm showed me, like somebody praying and everything is right there, but you can't see it because it's in spiritual form until you tap in. And then, it's like that, because everything is spiritual until it's material. Because a lot of you guys remember that you're praying to a spiritual realm for something to materialize in this physical realm. So, yeah. That's what you do. So that 5 + 2 = 7. That's also your birthright number. The number 7 is directly connected to the 7th dimensional level of heaven. Okay? Which means that you guys resonate with a lot of patience, a lot of opportunities to be patient. Sometimes you guys were accused of being too patient with people. However, that's that 7th dimensional level of heaven is saying, please be patient with others. Be patient with thyself. Be patient with thy wealth, self, health, all that. That's what it's saying about that number 7 when the higher realms gave you that as your birthright. It also says, 7 is a multidimensional spiritual number. A lot of you guys need to know that the higher realms are saying through that number 7 that you will overcome all these obstacles and realize success. Did you hear me? You will overcome all these obstacles and realize success. The angels are happy with the choices you made in your physical form along your spiritual journey. So some of you guys have been making some real solid decisions, that the angels are, commending you for at this time. And the higher realms is telling you through that number 7 to expect nothing less than the best from your birth right here. However, the higher realms wants you to be aware through that number 7 is the Sabbath day, right? The higher realms took 7 days, so that's the Sabbath day. And the Sabbath day is the day of what? Rest. So the higher realm said, please at least get that 7 hours of your birthright worth of rest. Why? Because you need it to be at your best. You guys got to remember, when we go to sleep, our bodies sleep, but our spirit does not sleep. That's why you see some people, when they go to sleep, they're more tired than they wake up, because they have not created a balance. And that's a lot of wear out, being worn and torn. You got to be at your best. So the higher realm said at least get 7 hours of your birthright worth of rest. Yep. And that too is of the 6. So a lot of you guys, need to recognize that number 4 is also a part of your birthright. So that's why a lot of you guys, you got to have 4 wheels, you got to have a ride, stuff like that. That's a part of your 4 blessings. A lot of you guys need to know when the higher realm speaks through that number 4, the higher realms is telling you guys that the number 4 is never to be ignored in the spiritual world nor the spiritual realm. It means that the angels are sending you guys everything that you need from 4 corners of the earth, 4 seasons of the earth, 4 elements of the earth, even down to 4 legs on a table, just to keep you guys secure and stable. The higher realms ain't playing about you. You guys are receiving blessings of 4. Some of you guys don't even know why you have, 4-letter nicknames or middle name or whatever name is 4. You don't even know why that's appealing to you. You guys may have married somebody with a 4-letter name and you don't even know that was your blessing of 4. A lot of you guys also need to know that you do not have to follow. A lot of you guys don't follow the tradition of birthday, and that's good, and it's okay, because a lot of you guys, the fire with the candle and the cake and all that, the fire and the blowing out the candle is also you guys' sign, the air sign. You can do that, but a lot of you guys with that birthright number 4, you can use all 4 elements to manifest on your beautiful day, okay, in every way. Yeah, a lot of you guys don't even know why you're a family of 4, right? Or why you have 4, you're like, because that's your blessing, you know what I mean, of 4. Yeah, so remember, you have 5, you have 2, you have 7, you have 4 as your birthright. All of those, and some of you guys have been seeing it in that order in your lifetime and not knowing that the higher realms are speaking to you. So some of you guys have been seeing 5, you've been seeing 7, you've been seeing 5, 7, right? 4 and 6. Some of you guys have been seeing those numbers, and it's funny because some of you guys got to check with some of those numbers, and it's weird, I know. But the bottom line is the higher realms can speak to you in so many ways. That's why I got to make this other video that I've been kind of dragging my feet out. I don't know why. But the bottom line is I got to put this video out. It's another video. But however, so these numbers have a lot to do with you, wholeheartedly, you. All right. So this number 6, when the higher realms is speaking to you guys through this number 6 birthright, the higher realms is telling you guys that you will persevere as long as you do not get distracted. See, 6 comes with the higher realms look at 6 like a perfect number, because generally it took the higher realms 6 days to make this world, and the Sabbath day of rest, right? So on the 6th day, the higher realm deem everything as perfect. So the higher realm deem you guys as perfect. So expect nothing less than the best from your lifetime here. And the higher realms are saying you will persevere as long as you do not get distracted. Now, the higher realm shared with me a long time ago in my meditation that distractions are sent to your actions. So neither look nor to the left nor to the right. Just keep on, moving forward and fighting a good fight is what I'm getting. Now, your birthright number as a whole is, let's see how we doing this here. Is it 13? Oh my goodness. You have, what? You guys, your birthright is 13, my favorite number. However, your birthright in its totality is 5 plus 2 plus 6, which equals 13. Now, what that means? Wow, I told you guys, 1 plus 3 equals 4. I told you. However, but that 13 means that you guys are ascended masters. A lot of you guys have mastered, your life, you have mastered yourself in a previous lifetime. So like a lot of you guys are ascended masters. They say it's 13 gods up there, okay? We got 13 gods up there, for those who are aware, 13 and 9 gods, the 13 above, the 9 in the below. So a lot of you guys, that resonates with that king that you see inside the deck of cards. You have reached a level of mastery. See, the queen says, you have the experience. However, the king is of mastery. So you guys are birthright kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? However, really kings, because you have mastered oneself in a previous lifetime, which I said before, you guys are ascended masters. I told you guys volunteered to be here. Now we really hit the nail on the head with the whole birthright number as 13. All right, and then 1 + 3 = 4. So that's telling you guys so much more. So I hope you guys got that very clear. But I'm seeing here now, these energies came out strange. Somebody needs to have an ego death if they're not having one. And quite frankly, the higher realms got them running out of time, because some of you guys are in a relationship where you're scared to leave. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. But the higher realms is going to settle the score, and it's going to be in the AM. The Ascended Master. If you wake up, that's the Ascended Masters talking to you guys, okay? It's some type of, and this person has always criticized you guys, always body shamed you guys, is what I see. Somebody name begin with a D. They may be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and I'm seeing also another initial right here that's a C. They may be, like I said, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then an E here. I got CE here, and then another letter is D. So the C is like you guys are clear that this person has been, so some of you guys been in a valid relationship, okay? Past life type bully. This bully followed you from another lifetime. That's why we say in this lifetime, please let go of what does not serve your highest good, because that energy travels when it could, you know what I'm saying? If it could, it would travel you and follow you every lifetime. However, this past life bully is here. And the higher realms are saying, make sure you guys get some EMF protection and put it in your home here. Plug it in. Let me see. Yeah, get you a home version of this EMF protection and plug it in, okay? It's called E-Link, and it's a neutralizer. However, it's needed in your home, okay? A plug-in, a plug-in, for your EMF protection, to protect you guys against all of this. What do you call the 5Gs and all these, okay? Yeah. And I see whoever this C and E energy is, they're here. And I'm going to say somebody cash is empty. It's probably this before messing with you all the time. I see, I don't know why I said cash empty. It really did. It said, cash empty. That's what it said to me. CE was cash. Their cash is they're empty. So they're coming empty-handed with no cash. And they caused you a lot of pain here is what I see. And you guys know the acronym for pain is PAIN. Pay attention to inside now. It's telling you got to get out of this violent relationship for those who has not made the move to get out, because this person has to have an ego death. With you still around, they're still thinking that they have it. It's it's time to see that person with brand new eyes now. It's a must. You know what I mean? And you guys, I hope you know that. So it's time to see this person with new eyes now. And let me tell you guys, the acronym for time is TIME. Things I must earn, things I must experience, okay? And Remember I told you the queen, but you guys have mastered this person in a previous lifetime, and they keep trying to come back. Oh, please. And it's weird because the energy told me they came back to win. They coming back to win in this lifetime. This person already, this could be a spouse, a friend. Honestly, it could be a coworker is what I'm feeling. It could be a lot of people. And see, what happened is you drag this person into every area of your life. You may have worked with them. They may have been like family to you. They probably, and so you guys been through different phases. But it say this person sold their soul to the devil. So pay attention to the red flags. That's what it said. That's why they so valid. It's, how people so valid, they really want to fight themselves. They really want to fight themselves. You know what I mean? And that's all I can say about that. But the higher realms want you to be aware of your time, because these are things you must earn. And some things you need to check on that red flag, because it's a red flag here. This person ain't nothing but the D. That's where that D came from. I'm telling you, this person ain't nothing but the D, because they sold their soul. So that D is coming out like this person ain't nothing but the D. Wow. So you guys listen out for some, for that wake up. The higher realm gonna wake you up about 2 o'clock in the morning or 2:30 or something like that, 2-ish. And, going to be sharing with you guys something here. Gonna give you some clear something, like how you get upgrades at 2 in the morning. You're gonna get information from the spiritual realm, because some of you guys, like I said, too scared to leave, and you feel like you stuck. However, you're spiritually protected. I do see that in every way, but they just need for you to see it for what it is. This person causing you pain. You know how people think that you're the problem? Oh, yeah, because if I would have got that job if you ain't say two words. Really? And this person think they would have money if you didn't something, and it could be something they did 20,000 years ago. Like that's how deep the situation is. So some of you guys need to let this person have an ego death, because I'm quite frankly, it makes a lot of sense what they sold their soul, and then this ego death is here, because the acronym for ego is somebody who's easing God out. Now, you know what I mean? So it all makes sense here. I don't know why they gotta be, causing you guys pain, other than, like I said, what I see here, this past life bully then followed you into this lifetime to try to win again. And I don't know what they think they win. Nothing. You know what I mean? Because in love games, nobody wins, because it's not a game. All right, you guys, let me see what else is here. Let me see what the suggestion gonna be. Here it is. Here we go. Let's see what we have here. Now we have a suggestion here from the higher realms. The higher realms is saying to my Geminis on their beautiful day, are you taking care of yourself and your problems too? Oh, that's what they're saying. Sorry about that, you guys. Are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe fear of the future is weighing down on you. We would like you to take a little break from all of that and start having fun. When you stop fixating on what has been making you heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic in your direction. We just need you to let go a little. All right? Divine Spirit, higher realms, God, however you call it, needs some room and gets very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. When So when was the last time you got really loose, silly, and goofy? Maybe you need to go dancing or watch some very funny comedy. Some of you guys did that. Watch the comedy to make you laugh, or call the one friend you know that will remind you of how ridiculous and delightfully giddy you can be. You will return refreshed and renewed and ready to once again see the world as less daunting. And you will be ready to receive in perfect timing the bounty that Divine Spirit has for you. Don't you just love how much we love you and we take care of you in the higher realms? So the higher realms is talking some stuff there for you guys to, lighten up a little bit, lighten your load, and don't take yourself too seriously. When somebody body shaming you, be like, oh, that's all you got to do today. Because that's quite, and you don't even have to, you can just somehow laugh it off in your soul. Because, where you're going, they may not be able to join you. You know what I mean? Well, it's already been that type of experience. You can't tell them where you're going too much anyway, because it's an embarrassment if they're violent and they don't know how to process their emotions. That's what's going on. So the higher realm saying you don't take yourself too seriously in all of this, that you worry yourself, out, because people can get obsessed in here and start worrying too much. Like I say, being scared to leave and things of that nature. That is a big deal. And don't take leaving too seriously. You know what I'm saying? Don't take, try to, whatever you do, just don't be a sourpuss. That's what I do know. And that's about life. And that's for me in living. I know it's the hardest thing in the world, in the middle of everything. However, you're not doing it for someone else. You're actually doing it for yourself. So you can have those meek, mild, celebratory moments that you deserve. You don't need that. I say you don't deserve that push down every day, every minute of the day. You don't deserve that, that type of energy. Somebody screaming at you all day. Somebody initial DCE. Oh, this is in DC. That could stand for DC as well. I don't know any initials that might be CE right offhand. However, I don't know, it caught my eye again. However, yeah, you guys, so that was your message. That, just give the higher realm some wiggle room. Some of you guys prayed about it. Leave it there. Enjoy your day, like I said. And try to have some fun in spite of, everyone. Because it's all about you. And just repeat after me to clear your energy real briefly. I cancel, clear, and delete any negative energies I've picked up, consciously or subconsciously, in this 3D realm and in this 3D lifetime. I revoke all negative energetic permissions, agreements, or consents that I've entered into, subconsciously or consciously, in this 3D realm and in this 3D lifetime. I now cut all negative attachments and free myself from everything that is negatively affecting me in this 3D realm and in this 3D lifetime, and wholeheartedly. Now you are so free. Some of you guys felt the weight, just like the weight of the energy, some of you guys felt it go through your soul. And I'm talking about the bottom of your feet. So some of you guys felt it there. Yeah, so yeah, this person is very much karmic, and yes, they have followed you through lifetime here through, and I don't know what other than like as soon as I saw it and said it out loud, it just showed me, like I was telling you guys, that person never let go. They held on, like you holding on to something for dear life, like I'm gonna come back and be that, and they're not hurting nobody but themselves, for real. You know what I mean? Because all that they do, it's their karma, not yours. You know what I'm saying? That karma doesn't belong to you. When you're just adamant about harming another person, okay, in other words, what good is a person who make it to the top but knocked everybody down who was really almost there, or stepped over them, like that type of thing? So I don't know many people that could really feel good about that, you know what I mean, versus feeling strong about getting there, and helping others get there. That's so weird. But nevertheless, what I was saying here is that get some EMF protection, you guys, okay? Because I also don't want you guys to be in any discomfort, And remember everything from this read, please. I'm getting ready to shuffle for your money. Bear with me. Some of you guys will find money today. Congratulations to those who are getting their promotional raise. I saw you guys getting some unexpected cash that came in. I see you guys, that could have been cash out for some of you guys over a basketball game or just a financial miracle. Somebody just dropped it in there. But I see if you guys played this basketball game for money, I don't know whether it's on a computer or on a box or whatever, you will win some money. Some of you guys, this friend is going to pay you back for giving them money at the casino. They're going to pay you back today. And some of you guys will just get money from that friend at the casino. And a lot of you guys will win money at the casino. And I think that friend is like, grateful to you, because some of you guys may have drove there or whatever like that. But they're giving you money, or just your birthday money as well. What they're giving you. And you guys will find money as well. So a lot of you guys are getting money that's owed back to you. Yeah. So it could be that friend as well. Money going into your bank account. I see slot machines. You win some money there. And I see Venmo. Okay. Oh, promotional raise. I told you guys that. And also, check your food stamp amount. That's coming out, you guys. There's something about that food stamp amount and that cash app. I hope I said that cash app as well. Those are the monies that I see coming out for you guys so vividly. Geminis, I hope this helped you guys some type of way to, seize the moment with joy, love, and lightheartedness, and cancel. You guys can come back and visit that or something to, cancel, clear, and delete as many times as you need, negative energy that you may have agreed to and don't even know you agreed to it. You know what I mean? So that's why you gotta be careful what you do in this lifetime. You know what I mean? And what they're doing is getting a lot of people, with a lot of different things, Okay, I'll just get back to you guys on that. But be aware of that. I love you, Geminis. This is where we must part ways. If life lasts and death pass, you will see or hear me again. Until then, Paulette, peace be unto you, and be within.